Hello and welcome everyone. Those of you doing this on catch up, well done for getting to your mat. Please leave a comment or send me a DM if you have any questions. This practice is 30 minutes full body stretch. Those of you who are here live, we are past the middle of March already. I've got my yoga crew here in the background. I'm in Cape Town, which is so nice to actually have humans here with me. So thanks for joining. No, it is the best. Like, it's always just me. So welcome to everyone who is here live. I'm sure you all are in need of a full body stretch. Are you guys in need of a full body stretch? How many yoga sessions have you guys done this week? Yeah? 1. Guys, this is terrible. I hope you guys at home are doing better than that. Remember, in the booster section, you can do a short little 15 minutes, 10 minutes, full body stretch. It is so important. You have to prioritize your recovery as much as you're prioritizing your workouts. The body needs to recoup and rest and stretch and open. But please say hi, everyone who is here. Let me get to my link. 8 minutes, 10 minutes. There we go. Good morning, Gavin. Hi, Lorna. Lovely to see you guys here. It feels like I have not been live in forever, but a big win for me is that I had my fiber installed this week, which is one of the reasons we moved off the farm and into town, so that we would have uninterrupted streams to you guys. So very, very excited about that. I'm just going to share a few links here. So just take a few moments. Those of you who have just joined, welcome. Roll out your mats, have a sip of water or tea, whatever you're having, and we will get started in about 10 minutes with a nice 30 minutes full body stretch. I want you to take these 30 minutes to pause, to really focus on being present and just releasing, letting go of the week that you've just been through. How has your week been? I would love to hear. In one word, let's not make this dramatic. In one word, how was your week? Mine, I would have to say, has been, I think challenging is the word, which is like not a bad thing, but it has been quite worse. I was a little bit sick. And then, you know, when you take time off, there's a lot to catch up on. We're doing a lot of wedding stuff this weekend. My mom and my sister here with me in Cape Town. We're going to go shop or something. It's all like last minute preparations and all that kind of stuff. So very exciting, but also quite stressful. One more link. I need to pop into a group. No, I don't, because I think Nooks is on it. Thanks, Nooksies, in the background. But I'm really looking forward to being here. Iva, good morning. Hi, Charlene. Charlene says hi. Hi, Charlene. Chase says hi. Welcome, everyone. It is so nice to be here on this Saturday morning. It's a beautiful day. I think it's going to be super, super warm, super hot, which makes me very happy because I'm a total summer person and I'm not ready for winter to arrive yet. Not at all. So it's really nice to be able to practice outside. So if you are here, Charlene says fulfilling. That's amazing, Charlene. That's great. Everyone, one word to describe your week. Let's get on the same page and find out how everyone is doing. Nancy, good morning. All the sunshine rises. Oh, guys, dog in the background, so cute. It's so nice to be here in person with everyone. I'm always sometimes feel so isolated out in Hermanus, but that is changing a little bit. Next Saturday, we've got another surprise for you guys. I'm teaching next Saturday again, but there's quite a fun, you guys all know next Saturday is like the finale of March, which I can really not believe. And it's going to be a really great one. of course, today after my session, we have Louis coming up. So roll out your mat, keep your mat rolled out. You are here, you've already moved, you've already warmed up your body. So you might as well stick around for the workout. Nancy says, hectic. I agree, Nancy. I'm with you on that one. Mika says hello. Everyone says hi. Loving these good mornings today. Seema, good morning. Natalie, my week insane. Oh my word. Best believe it, hectic, insane, guys. It sounds like everyone's lives are pretty crazy at the moment. So I really hope that this morning's practice can just slow everything down for you, give you 30 minutes to just recoup, regroup, and just get back to feeling grounded and just feeling a little more relaxed. Let go of some of the stress from this week and just kind of reset before we move into the next week and moving towards the end of March, our Yes We Can month, which has been incredible, led by our president. It's been a lot of fun, and it's just been great to see how everyone's really taken to it and jumped on board. And even when there's been tough days, especially in those accountability groups, it's been very cool to see how everyone is just supporting one another. I've been really inspired, especially coming back on a Monday morning and seeing how everyone has spent their weekend, a lot of outdoors stuff, just a lot of movement, spending time with friends and family. And, it's one of the reasons why we exist, is that we can be the best version of ourselves so that we can be the best version of ourselves for our families, for our friends, for our colleagues, for our communities. And that's really, the ultimate goal. If we all do the work as individuals, we can come together and have stronger communities and really move forward. Hello, Daddy. I hope you're feeling much better, and it's lovely to have you here. As always, it's the best actually having my dad do the session. Natalie, this was the longest month of this week. Oh, shame, Natalie. It sounds like you've had a hectic one. I hope you have some time off this weekend to just chill and relax a little. Runel, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Get your mat rolled out. We're all using one word to describe our week so far. It's not great at the moment. At the moment, it's like hectic and insane and all of those things. So I hope there's some of you who had a really great week. Is there anyone here who had a really great week? I'd love to hear that. Love to hear that. Candace, hello. Good morning. Thanks for being here, Candace. Is there anyone here who had a really great week? Because that would be nice to hear as well, but I'm not sure. I think everyone's hustling quite hard at the moment, just getting everything wrapped up for this month. And I feel like January was really long. I feel like I don't even know what happened in Feb. It kind of was there and then it was gone. And then March again was quite, it's been quite something. But it's been amazing, and I've really, like I said, I've really been inspired by everyone's efforts. And let's face it, it doesn't get easier the deeper we get into the year, right? A lot of us start with that forward momentum of January. We ticked off our goals and we feel, mostly, I think a lot of us feel quite, like we did give it our all in January, and that fuels us to get to Feb. But then we start going through Feb, we start getting to March, like the words that are coming up now, hectic, insane, all of that. Then we start getting into April, guys, and we all know April is disaster month when it comes to routine because of all the public holidays, etc. So I urge you to continue. Go sit back and remember your why. Sit back and remember why you started all of this in the first place. if you did the course with Edgar this month, then you will remember from his first module of the course, where he really just speaks to starting at the beginning and really figuring out what is your why. And it's that really deep truth inside you of why you're doing what you're doing. If it's not authentic, if it's not real, it's not going to be enough to drive you or to motivate you to stick to what you're doing. So those kind of very basic, I don't really call it basic, but those quite, superficial reasons are not going to be enough to keep you here. It's not going to be enough for you to reach your goals. It's not going to be enough to make the changes that you're really wanting to make, because that takes commitment and dedication, and that needs to be fueled by a very deep, authentic why. So if you've not had a lot of time to reflect on that, or if you've forgotten it, now is the time to bring that back. Now is the time to take a moment to reflect on this month, as we still have a full week ahead of us, of logging those 5 out of 7s. And just remember that and get yourself back on track. Nicole, hello. Lovely to have you here. Rose, good morning. Had an exhausting week, but really looking forward to this morning. Oh, so glad you are here, Rose. And sounds like everyone's just feeling really tired. Paolo, good morning. Welcome. Antoinette, hello. Renal, I have flu, so not great, but not bad either. Nah, little to the side, little to that side. But Renal, I'm glad you're here. I can almost guarantee that you're going to feel better after a nice full body stretch. Natalie, Nicole Scowen made my Wednesday, as I loved getting on my mat with her. We missed you, Kathleen. I know, Nooks. I just appreciate her so much that she was able to take over that session. It has been like 2 weeks since I've taught a session, which is quite intense, actually hectic for me. It feels like it's been forever. Seema, looking forward to a party tonight. Time to set myself free. Yes, queen. Seema, enjoy that. Get dressed up, make yourself look beautiful, feel beautiful, and just have so much fun. Food for the soul. Eunice, good morning and welcome. Lynette, welcome, lovely. It is 1:15 on the dot. Sandra, good morning. Welcome, everyone. We are going to get started right now. 30 minutes, full body stretch. Roll out your mat. If you've got any yoga props that you use quite often, please feel free to have them nearby, but there are no specific props required for today's practice. But we are going to get going. So you can bring yourself to sit upright on your mats, cross-legged. So those of you who struggle to cross the legs, remember you can always sit with the soles of the feet together out in front of you in like a butterfly pose, or the legs just straight out in front of you. Let's take a couple loops of the shoulders. All right, bring yourself to be present. So letting everything go of this week. Not thinking about yesterday, not thinking about later today, not thinking about tomorrow. Can you bring yourself into conscious awareness for the next 30 minutes? And if the mind starts to kind of wander around, that's very normal. But then we just bring ourselves back to the breath and back into the present moment. All right. And place your palms down on your thighs. Close your eyes for a moment. Try to sit even taller as you relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Lift up through the center of the chest. Level off your head so the top row of teeth is pretty much parallel to the floor. And then we're going to take 5 deep breaths together. So as you breathe, I want you to relax through the belly and relax through the hips. So taking a full breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale through the nose. And out through the nose. One more, in through the nose. and out through the nose. And then 2 more like that in your own time. And then just before you open your eyes, I want you to, for a moment, just reflect on why you got on your mat today. Why are you here? All right, then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And so if the mind does start to wander throughout the practice, bring yourself back to that why. We'll start with some gentle neck rolls, so keeping shoulders above the hips. You're going to lower your chin down to your chest. Roll your right ear to your right shoulder, and then just pause here for a moment. Feeling into the side of the neck, feeling in underneath your jaw, the connection of neck to shoulder, and just allow that right ear to become heavier and heavier. Keep both shoulders drawing down. And then roll chin back down to chest and over to your second side. So perhaps noticing that the one side might be a little tighter than the other. Again, that's also quite normal. And we do these movements side to side, right and left, forward and back, to bring more awareness to our body and notice if there are any imbalances going on. All right, chin back down to chest. So if that was enough for you, you'll just move side to side. Otherwise, right ear to right shoulder, take the head all the way round and back. Left ear to left shoulder, chin back down to chest. Pause. And then change direction. Left ear, left shoulder, head round and back. And chin all the way to chest. Nice, we're going to keep going. You're going to do 2 more full rounds to each side. If you're not doing the full circle, you're simply moving the head from side to side. And then let this feel good. So you're not trying to force it, you're not overstretching, but you are trying to bring yourself to kind of to that edge where you do feel that there's going to be that little bit of release and that little bit of relief. All right, so you'll take your time to finish those rounds and then bring the head all the way back up. If your legs are crossed, change the cross of the legs. You're going to reach both arms up, take a nice full breath in. And then over to your right, right palm down, left palm is facing down as you reach that arm up and over. Keep your left buttock nice and heavy down to the ground so you're not toppling over. And then you can start to bend that right elbow. Some of you might bring the elbow down to the mat. I want you to breathe into your left rib cage now, especially this place between rib cage and hip. Really expanding, opening. You'll feel the skin get a little bit of a stretch. Feel the muscles opening and trying to expand a little more through the lungs. All right, completely relax your right ear down. Flip your left palm up to the sky and slowly, as if you're moving that arm through a thick liquid, move that arm slowly away from you until your left wrist is in line with your left shoulder. And then now you'll start to rotate to look down towards the floor. You might feel a little bit of a nerve stretch here, a little bit of a tingling going all the way out to the fingertips. So again, don't overdo it. Go to a spot where you're like, oh, that actually feels quite nice. And then when I'm there, I'm going to soften and I'm going to breathe. Look back forward. Keep the right ear super heavy. And then start to lower that left hand down. So you just draw yourself up. It's like a little side spinal roll to come all the way up. Again, inhale, arms reach up. Over to your second side. So left palm down, top palm faces down. and you reach over. So the reason that top palm is facing down is because of the rotation of the shoulder. So this top outer shoulder is rolling forward, so you're not flaring your armpit open, okay, but rather that outer arm is rolling down, and that gives us more space to move that arm across. Okay, so again, if you're lowering elbow, you can lower elbow, but try keep this right buttock nice and heavy down to the floor. You can look down towards your left elbow. And then full deep breath. So you guys breathing behind me. It's very quiet. Deep breaths. Nice. Look forward. Completely relax the head down to the left. And then top palm flips up again. Slowly moving it as if through thick liquid. All the way to the right. Pause when your right wrist is in line with your right shoulder. And then let that arm become so heavy that it draws you all the way up. Again, full breath in as you reach your arms up. We're going to twist. So twist to your right as far as you can. And then bring right hand behind you, left hand across to left knee. Lift up through the center of the chest. And then look all the way over to your right shoulder. If that doesn't feel great in the neck, feel free to just look forward, kind of just a straight line from the center of your chest. We'll just take 2 nice deep breaths here. All right, keep your left hand on your right knee, but look forward. Bring this back hand all the way around. You'll cross it over. So you could bring your knees quite close together if you like. And you're going to start to kind of rock back on your buttocks. Curl your tailbone forward. Tuck your chin in. You're rounding and flexing through the spine. Feel as though you're trying to push your shoulder blades back through the skin of the body and move them apart. So this is one of my favorite movements. How does that feel? It's good, eh? Like one of my favorites. Okay, bring yourself up to sit. Again, inhale, reach the arms up. Twist to your left. So just twist without using your arms to adjust yourself, without pulling yourself deeper. Just notice that kind of natural range of motion as you twist, activating through the muscles in the back. And then we'll assist ourselves to go deeper. So left hand behind you, right hand across. Lift up through the center of the chest and start to open the left side of the chest. So here at any point, you should be able to lift your backhand off the floor. So you're not leaning on that backhand. You're lifting all the way up. Support yourself as much as you need. By grounding the buttocks, lengthening the spine, you're looking over to your left. Let's take about 2 more breaths here. Well done. Remember, right hand stays where it is. Look forward. We balance it out by doing second side, left hand across. Start to rock back. Curl the chin in. That flexion in the spine. And like I always say, I really encourage you to yawn as much as you like during this practice. So when we yawn, the body is in a state of relaxation. We're trying to get into that parasympathetic nervous system, so our rest and digest state. We want to move out of our fight or flight, our kind of stressed mode, where our body's potentially releasing a lot of stress hormones, where we're not in that healing state, where we're not in a state where our body is just relaxed enough to try and move through cellular repair, get our digestive system going, and bringing ourselves into homeostasis. All right, look up and come all the way up. Well done. Okay, let's bring ourselves onto all fours. So today, really just a nice full body stretch. Palms are spread, wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Tucking your toes under. You can have a little look back. You want your heels pointing straight up to the ceiling. Press into your hands and start to bring your buttocks to your heels as you stretch underneath the bottom of the feet. Head can relax down and just go as far as you can go. Keep that almost as if they're like little magnets between your inner ankles. And you're just keeping the heels pointing straight up to the ceiling. You should feel a good stretch underneath that big toe and the inner line of your foot. All right, well done. Bring yourself back forward onto your knees. We're going to keep our knees at 90 degrees for a super bent knee downward dog. So you're going to press into your hands, hover your knees for a moment. Try keep your knees at 90 degrees, but lift your hips up and back so that the spine becomes diagonal. So there's a line from the wrists to the elbows to the shoulders, all the way up the side body to the hips. Nice full deep breath in. You got a nice view there, Jace. They're taking photos from us from the side. It's not the best view. All right. Shuffle your feet about 1 foot's length back behind you. Keep your left knee bent and start to anchor your right heel down towards the floor just as much as you can. Woo! Got some deep breaths going on back here. Opening that calf muscle, getting into the hamstring. What I want you to feel now, try lift your lower belly and tilt your pelvis forward a little more. So imagine that you're trying to lift your right sit bone away from the back of your right knee. Yeah. And switch, bend right knee and slowly start to anchor left heel down. So important here that you breathe. And it's almost like with every exhale, try soften a little. Instead of holding the breath and forcing the shape, softly breathe out and soften the body. All right, well done. Bring the knees down, but split them nice and wide apart. Untuck the toes and bring the big toes to touch. Slowly sit your buttocks back to your heels and then reach the arms forward just a little more as forehead relaxes down. So some of you might not be all the way down. Your buttocks might be a little higher. You will just stay up high and then stretch the spine forward. And we'll just take 2 or 3 breaths here. So remembering that if you've got sensitive knees and it hurts to be on your knees on your mat, obviously this excludes anyone who's got specific knee injuries, or if you're recovering from surgery, you'd need different adaptations for that. But if the knees are just feeling a little bit sensitive, you could use double mats, or you could place a towel under your mat. So just making sure that you are assisting yourself so that you're trying to minimize distractions when you're on your mat and when you're practicing. All right, let's come all the way back up onto all fours. Reset for your tabletop position. Tuck the toes under. Come into that little bent knee downward dog again. Full stretch. And then we'll look forward. You're going to step your left foot forward between your hands. Okay, so you don't have to step it forward in one go. Some of you might want to kind of just step. You can even reach for your ankle and assist yourself to step through. Lower your right knee down. Bring the torso up, bring the arms up, look forward, reach all the way up. Right hip rolling forward. We're going to twist to the left, so left arm back, right arm forward. I want you to reach through your arms and reach through your fingers. Keep the hips nice and stable. All right, lower left arm down and bring the arms forward and up. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Elbows curl slightly forward and up. Rest your head in your hands with a little tuck of your chin. And you can just start to lift up through the chest. So the more you lift up, the further you'll go back. Okay, draw your belly backwards. So you're drawing inwards, shortening the area between pubic bone and navel. So you're really stabilizing. Even though we're getting a bit of an opening in the front body, we're still stabilizing. All right, well done. Bring yourself back up to center, reach the arms up. Bring your hands forward, and this is where some of you might want to use yoga blocks, or you could even stack a few books. So it's a pyramid pose variation. You guys are going to love this one. Inner thighs feel like they're squeezing together. You're going to raise your back knee, and then you're going to start to straighten out this front leg. So just see how you go. Don't have to go super far. If it doesn't feel possible to bring this knee up, you could move into this variation where your knee stays down and you start to straighten out that leg, yeah. Otherwise, you're in your pyramid pose variation. Arms could reach forward as you soften down to the inside of that shin. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths, guys. So a little longer than our other holds, so we can allow the body to really like introduce itself to the shape, for the shape to introduce itself to the body. And again, don't hold your breath and force. Soften. That's the key. Everyone all right back here? Cool. Hope everyone's all right at home. I hope you're breathing. All right, then after your 5th breath, you're going to look forward. You're going to lower your right knee down. Nice little runner's lunge. So take your left foot out to the side. Hands to the inside of this left leg. So you got a slight external rotation of the left hip, which means the left knee will be pointing out, left foot in line with the left knee. Okay, so a few options here. Most of you know kind of this little sequence of the options you can take. You could stay here on your hands. You could use your yoga blocks here. Some of you might go down onto the elbows. Okay, and we'll just take 2 or 3 breaths here. So feeling into the front of that right thigh, right hip flexor, feeling in and around that left hip. Trying to get a little more length through the spine. So see if you can take the crown of your head forward a little bit more. So instead of curling round and down, try and extend forward and then down. Yeah, nice poses back here, guys. Nice. It's great. All right, let's bring ourselves all the way up. Okay, you're simply going to slide this left foot back. Okay, take a moment in all fours. Just notice maybe a difference in feeling of right and left side of the body. Tuck the toes under. Come back into that little bent knee down dog. Look forward. It's the right foot that's going to step between the hands. Left knee lowers, toes stay tucked under. Press into that front foot. Lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Lift the rib cage slightly inward, so drawing the ribs in towards one another. Activating through that whole tubular section of the core. Twisting to your right. Take your right fingertips back, left forward. So you're in like an L shape with your arms. So wrists are in line with shoulders. So hands down, hands down, hands down. Yes. Spread through the arms. Spread your palms. Palms facing the back. So other way. Yeah. Nice. 2 more breaths. Looking forward. Bring the arms all the way up. We're interlacing the hands behind the head. Change your interlace from your first round. Bring your hands behind the head, rest the head in the hands, call your elbows slightly forward and lift up. So it's an extension. Draw lower belly back, keep both hip bones facing forward. Only go as far back as feels appropriate for your body today. Let's bring the gaze back forward, arms up. Reach your hands forward. Remember, it's that pyramid pose variation. So you're either lifting your back knee, squeezing the thighs together and start to extend that front leg, or left knee is lowered and you're just doing a little lean back from here. Okay, so again, spine is reaching forward, arms are reaching forward, releasing down towards the inside of this right leg. Whew, my right leg is much tighter than my left leg. I blame Louis for this. Yesterday he put me through like a VOOS session. Nice full deep breaths. take about 2 more. All right, well done. Look forward. Bring your left knee back down. Remember, it's our runner's lunge. So it's that right foot that moves out to the side, but the movement's coming from the hip. So rolling that outer right hip down, right knee, right foot, move in the same direction. Hand down to the inside or on your blocks. If you went down onto your elbows on the first side, you're going to go onto your elbows on the second side. Everyone soften your head down. We'll take about 2 or 3 breaths. Woo! Out, breathe it out, sound it out. Soften with that exhale. Remember, this is preventative medicine when we get on our mats. So this practice isn't here not only to serve you for these 30 minutes, but rather something that will carry you through the next few days on the level of your physicality or physiology, but also emotionally and mentally and energetically. As we stabilize the body, we stabilize the mind. And when we do that, we're able to look deeper into ourselves. We're able to connect deeper to ourselves. All right, slowly bring yourself all the way up. All right, you're going to slide this right foot back. Toes tuck under. Again, we're going to take that bent knee downward dog as you lift the hips up and back. Shimmy the feet a little further back. And then we're going to again, once more, just pedal out the legs one at a time. And then you'll settle with the legs either staying slightly bent, or those of you who want to go full stretch, both heels down to the floor. Relaxing head down. I want you to roll your outer shoulders down towards the mat. Well done. Bring your knees down to the mat. We're going to bring ourselves to lie down on our backs. So you can cross your ankles or any way that you need to bring yourself to lie all the way down. And then once you're lying all the way down, arms and legs up towards the sky. Just start to move through little wrist rolls, little ankle rolls. Get a bit of draining through the legs. All right. Bring the arms back behind the head. Bend the knees, place the feet on the floor, bridge pose alignment. So outer ankles pretty much in line with the outer hips, feet parallel to one another. Press into the feet, raise your hips. So squeezing through the buttocks, lift up through the hips, getting a nice stretch across the front of the belly. Getting a bit of an inversion of the pelvis, and try and get your thighs moving directly straight out from the hips. So your legs aren't in a V shape, your knees are also not kind of caving into one another. All right, roll the spine back down. Bring your right knee towards your chest, flex your right ankle, and then bring your outer right ankle onto your left thigh. So you can bring your hands back forward now. Stay here if this is enough for you. Those of you who want to go a little deeper, left leg lifts. You're either bringing your hand behind the left thigh or the front of the left shin. Keeping your right ankle flexed and encouraging that right knee to move away from you. At the same time, the whole spine is down on the mat. You're trying to really sink your lower back especially to melt down to the floor. Huh? All right, lower left foot down, right foot down, and then we'll just switch. Outer left ankle to right thigh. Take the same variation on this side as you did your first side, unless there's something really, really... Guys, I'm loving the sounds back here. Those of you at home, full deep breaths in and out. But it does feel nice. Yeah. Keep that left ankle flexed. this one, yeah. It protects the knee joint. All right, slow right foot down. Bring both thighs to chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. And then keep your left thigh to your chest, but extend your right leg forward. So all the way forward. Open your left arm out to the side for a twist. So you're going to roll onto your right hip. Take your left knee over. That left foot can either rest on the right thigh or move down to the floor as you draw that left knee to the right. You can either look straight up to the sky or look over to your left. We'll take 3 full rounds of breath here. In and out through the nose. And then let's come back to center. So just kind of roll yourself back, reshuffle, readjust in any way you need to. Bring the thighs back again, and then we'll switch. Left leg forward, right arm out. You're going to come onto that left hip. Take that right knee across. Looking up or to the right. And 3 full breaths. And then again, you'll bring yourself all the way back through to center. Squeeze your thighs to chest. All right, last little movement here. You're going to bring your hands either side of your buttocks. And we're going to do a little roll here. So if this isn't going to work for you, you could simply just bring your legs up. You could even strap your feet here. You can just try and bring your thighs as close to you as possible. Okay, otherwise, you're going to roll kind of onto your shoulders. Bring your hands to your lower back. So you're just supporting yourself. And you're just going to soften your knees down as much as you can. So full flexion in the spine. Perhaps the knees come to the forehead. And those of you who want to go a little deeper, legs will start to extend. Maybe bring the toes behind you and lift the thighs away from the face. So very gentle. If this doesn't feel good in the neck, I would not recommend doing this pose. Those of you at home, you don't want to be feeling any pain here. And then slowly, you'll roll the spine back down. Bend the knees as you hug the thighs into chest. From here, you're either going to roll to your side or cross your ankles and roll yourself up. Okay, cross your legs. As we started, palms to the to the knees. Close the eyes. Closing off with a couple of breaths here. And for a last moment, just bring your why back into your awareness. Why did you get on your mat today? And just notice the feeling, the change, the difference in yourself. You are not the same version now as you were 30 minutes ago. And as we constantly change, and every choice we make plays a role in that change. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Well done, everyone, for getting on your mats. Thank you. It's so nice to have people to talk to. If you did this on Catch Up, please leave a comment, send me a DM if you have any questions. Everyone here live, thank you so much for joining. We, of course, have our next session coming up, so I can't chat too long. But thanks for joining. Leave a comment. Let me know how it went. Have a beautiful, beautiful Saturday, everyone. Much love. And I will see you all live on Wednesday for our next session at 7 a.m. Bye.
Looking back at the last 2 years, I'm speechless. From humble beginnings where we had to improvise and overcome the challenges that the pandemic brought, to now where things look a little different. Today we have 21 live classes and 5 nutrition segments a week, and a community of over 70,000 across 73 countries. With the launch of Jeff Club, 46 challenges, and 100 community fitness events created over the last 2 years. We're committed to changing 1,000,001 lives worldwide. But if there's one thing that's remained constant, it's the value of connection in creating a healthy, active life. It's realizing that we can't be our best selves by ourselves. So for now, we wanted to say thank you. Let's celebrate how far we've all come and how lucky we are to have each other. Let's continue to exercise, eat well, and thrive together.